WIIFTBP.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I see you, Dawn. Slick J Adams. Good morning. Come on. Come on.
You're listening to the book of Dawn. Good morning. You're listening to the book of Dawn.
Well, good morning again. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, sunshines. I told you all that. I'll just repeat. Today is April 19th. We're going to mingle, and we're still going to talk to Gina. We're going to mingle with Gina shortly. It's National Garlic Day. We talked about our love for garlic. If you missed it, you get to hear it again. The temperature right now is 51, and that's all you're going to get today. No clouds, no meatballs, and it's going down. 40 degrees. It'll be 40 degrees by this evening, and that's all we got. And I keep hearing about snow.
Wait, snow? Oh, see.
I keep hearing about it. I'm like,
I didn't want to...
So let me say happy birthday to some folks real quick. Happy birthday to my brother from another mother, Kevin Wilson. These actually are birthdays combined yesterday and today. Kevin Wilson, Nuki Upshaw, Candace Marie. Gotta have her on the show. She's a phenomenal singer. She's about this big and has a voice like Whitney Houston, like huge. And she does like 90s, and kills it.
Love it.
The rap parts and everything. Happy birthday, Leah Thigpen, Anthony Bubba Riley, Catrice Armstrong. What a party, baby. I think I'm still tipsy from Tracy's party yesterday. Tanya Thomas, Tony Blair, Beeper Daddy, Misty Douglas, Alonzo Morgan, Alan Burrows, another phenomenal musician, my cousin Sharon Kindred, Lucky Johnson, Kyle Questney, Randy Hall, Happy birthday to y'all. Happy 23rd wedding anniversary to Tony and Denise David. 23 years. God bless them. That's a long time.
Oh, that's love.
23 years, man. I'm rolling on 12.
That's
I'm rolling
a
up
long
on 12.
time too.
Yeah, it kind of is. Word of the day. Let me tell you the word of the day because, I never knew. It's so simple. It's an adjective. The origin is unknown. It came about in the 1930s. This is going to blow your mind because you probably didn't know this either. This is one of those things that just make you say, what the heck was I? Where have I been all my life? It's gruntled. Gruntled.
Gruntled,
Uh-huh.
not disgruntled.
Yeah, I didn't know that gruntled was a word.
Well, yeah, right?
So
That could be
gruntle
dis, that could
means
be-
pleased or satisfied or content. And now it made sense because disgruntled is unhappy. But I've never in my life,
said gruntled.
isn't that something?
I'm going to use it.
Me too. Me too. I'm like, well, who the hell knew? Gruntled is duh. When I read the word, I'm like, okay, well, that makes perfect sense.
On the soil, we tend to say the word of the day.
Yeah, I heard that. But gruntled. That just took
It don't
me out.
sound right.
It
Hold
doesn't
on.
sound right, but it's a word. Like in real life, I was like, okay. It doesn't sound happy or pleased,
No.
but it's
It's like the opposite.
she's gruntled. You would
So this
you
internet has me disgruntled. See, no, can't.
right. So
The fact that we're back on.
I'm gruntled.
I'm gruntled.
It's weird. It's gonna take me a little getting used to because I'm used to saying the disc part.
It's probably like a German name.
It would have to be. It sounds Sprechen die Deutsche, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
And then I have to give you a joke. Okay?
I'm ready for you.
I don't know if you're ready. Let's see. What do you get from a pampered cow? These jokes are so good.
A spoiled cow?
Spoiled milk.
What?
Almost. Almost. Wow. Uh-oh. Nephew's going to be mad. You got close. And so let me give you another.
I love riddles.
I do too. Let's see.
And,
This is easy. I'll give you an easy one.
Hit
Where
me.
do cows go on Friday nights?
Where do they go on Friday nights? They go to milk, get a glass of milk, go to the bar. Go.
I'm going on every game show with you because I like the thought process. They go to the movies.
They go to the show. Okay.
just money. That's all. Yeah, that part. So I told you. Let me just say this. I don't want to get too deep and too heavy, but I'm gonna say this, brothers, sisters, young and old. If you know you out here dirty in these streets, don't be riding with your child and be mad when people shoot at the car. A 7-year-old baby lost her life yesterday
In a drive-thru.
at McDonald's.
When you see a child, does it not trigger any emotion?
They don't care. And I don't know the solution, but I want to be a part of it. I don't even know where to start.
And on social media, I'm seeing a little bit more posts about it. The man targeted and the people involved, and I got the ops outside the door while they're in the hospital. It's just a lot. It's unverified information, and it's just children are the victims of their parents.
Man, it's heartbreaking. I literally was walking out the door when that story came on, and I'm just like, wow, like. I am not in no way, shape, or form perfect. And I am sure that some of the decisions I made did put my children in a not so sexy space.
Me too.
For no reason, right? Raised right, knew better, but you got to do better. And I knew I was faulty with some of that stuff. We have to do better. You have to take responsibility for the children you bring into this world.
You have to change your actions.
Absolutely. And I'm saying that from absolute transparency. I definitely had my kids in some situations. Shame on me.
Shame on me.
But I stopped. And so just stop. Y'all just stop. Just change, like you said, do something different. Be responsible. God authored those lives. We got to do better.
It's just too much. When I was in Oklahoma for those 3 weeks, it's just another child, another kid, and now a baby, teen.
Yeah. I'm literally speechless. Like, I don't even, where do we start?
Like, I don't really know how close the shooter.
Well, baby, I saw the
when
bullets in the car.
When you're that close.
Seemed like they were right here.
Oh, my gosh.
It was the pictures. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It seemed real up close. You figure at a drive-thru, they're in the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
They probably walked up. It was right here, like touchable. It was
really
very, very shot up.
So they saw the baby.
Unless she was. Well, she probably, I don't know.
At 7,
she probably still in a booster seat, maybe. No, yeah, because I think
the dad had her in front, there's a weight limit.
There is.
I mean, threshold there that,
But she seemed
back,
tiny, the pictures. She said, and she was adorable, and she loved TikTok.
But to have the gall,
girl,
in a drive-thru, bunch of people, broad daylight.
Absolute. Nice day. On a busy street. That's a busy.
I go there often.
Yeah, exactly.
That's even the carjackings. Like, I used to be all up on these gas stations.
Baby, and I promise you, I'm very careful going through drive-thrus because I don't want to get. I was having a conversation on Friday night. Mm-hmm. We went to a friend's birthday gathering, and one of the ladies that attended it told us, ironically at a McDonald's, no disrespect to McDonald's, 2 years ago, she was at a McDonald's drive-thru on the south side, south suburbs, one of the nearer ones. Like, I don't want to misquote it, but it was like probably like Dalton-ishy, somewhere like close to the city. She said she was in the drive-thru and a guy walked up to her and literally put the gun basically in her window. I can't even imagine. I said, she's telling the story, and she said it was all over the news. I haven't looked back. I'm sure it's probably something that's still on the internet. She said she literally just started screaming. She said, all I could think in that split moment was just scream really loud and don't move because there's a camera, because she was in that. She says she just screamed. Like she said she slid down in the car and just screamed, and it scared the guy away. He ran up to a police car. A police officer had, ran in, left his keys in the car, and he stole the police car. Wow. I'm just like, what the is going on? And I think it hits me differently after having just taken that concealed and carry class. And I don't think I told you, but the first thing the teacher said was, "Are you ready to?"
That's it.
Yo, it's heavy. It's heavy. You gotta do something. I mean, it's crazy. What's crazy is that I watched Snowfall, and the same thing happened in Snowfall. There was some guys looking for some other guys. They saw them. They started shooting because there was 2 guys in the front and a girl in the back. The only person that died was the little kid that was beneath the sight of the window.
That's real life.
Yeah. I hope this is not life imitating art of television shows. I don't know. I don't know. We got to figure out how to heal our village, though. I know something's got to change. I mean, I can't say it's prison. I can't say I think it's a combination of everything. Like, there's got to be accountability. We got to get the gun game together. Like, if you're going to have a gun, you should use it responsibly. Like, I just have no idea. I'm just at a loss for words. But she was an adorable little pigtail with the biggest, fluffiest pony. You know when your baby little and you do the fat twist ponytails with all the balls. Gorgeous little baby. And daddy got hit, but he's living. So, yeah. Lot of pain. It's like watching it and feeling like you lost your own baby. And then you realize how blessed you are that you have kids that you can still wake up to. We just have to do better. Just had to say that because for every joke and that I want to say or all the fun, when you see stuff like that, you just have to say, wow, we got to do better. We have to be better so they can live, because we're on the other of live. That little baby will never graduate. That baby will never have a 10th birthday. She'll never have a double-digit birthday. Mm-hmm. And
it's infuriating because go 5 blocks.
Yeah.
And you have such a difference.
Yeah.
You see such a difference.
Yeah. I honestly, Esco, I don't know if I can.
City.
It is. It is. And we run around here like the Wild Wild West.
Not to figure out a solution.
Yeah. Because there is a solution. Mm-hmm. What the problem is? I don't get it. I looked on the Croc website, just so you know.
Oh, Lord. I know you did.
I did. And you know it's a Croc store on State Street. If y'all didn't know, we were talking about her Esco's adorable Crocs that I have to get for the baby girl, because that's her thing. She loves Crocs, and she loves that cheetah print. Mm-hmm. Yeah, her feet are not as tiny and cute as yours, but actually they might be. You wear 7.
This one's
because that looks
7.
tiny.
Yeah, like a 5'7".
Okay, she wears a lady's 7, but Crocs fit her very well because she got a little Flintstone feet.
So does so comfortable.
So does she. I'm like, yeah. So Crocs just do y'all well.
And I'm wearing socks, so.
Oh yeah, I can't wear mine without socks. I wear the socks. You can't see them.
Both ways.
My feet feel oogie. It feels all oogie and weird.
Baby powder.
My feet. That's the only thing you can put baby powder on, baby, is in your shoes. What else was I gonna say? Something else I was gonna say, but I guess we could probably just take a break and pop Gina in, right? Let me see if Gina popped in. Yeah. Let me see.
If she's ready, I mean, we can bring her on.
Let me see.
I need to know what we're talking about because you didn't want to tell me.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't tell her or you.
I couldn't prep or nothing.
It's gonna be quite the. You're gonna be like, oh. You're gonna be like, oh. You're gonna grab. You might clutch your pearls on this one. You want me to give you a hint? Because she's probably listening, so I'll give you both a hint. Yeah. I'm
good at guessing.
Let me see. I got this subject right here. Hold on. Mary Q is somewhere talking about me for looking at the computer, but you know Mary Q and Ron stay on me, right? They're like, you need to not look down. I say, I gotta look at the damn computer. Like, you should. Sorry. Where's my? Okay, hold on.
She said, don't look.
Don't look down. I said, hey, how am I not? How am I do my job? Hold on.
I said me. I'm the captain now.
Hold on. I got all these up. Understanding the male climax. sex. So
What I gotta understand.
understanding.
It happens, and then it's over.
Yeah, but there's, so apparently the typical result of a male orgasm is the obvious,
Yes.
right? Through muscle contractions.
Obviously.
Is that right? Although it seems simple enough, this article reads, the male orgasm is actually a very complex process. Now, I would have never thought that, right? It says
the whole process.
the whole process. This article I read is in Everyday Health. I subscribe to it, and they sent me some really intriguing articles, which is where last week's subject came from when I talked about the spots. And I hope everybody's
I told
navel
everybody.
is clean.
I was like, behind the knees.
Right.
Welcome.
Thank me later.
Right.
So, according to this article, men achieve orgasms through a series of steps involving a number of organs, hormones, and blood vessels, and nerves
I know about the blood.
working together. And the typical result is, I don't want to say the E word, but because it sounds so mean. It sounds so violent. Yeah. But that with the fluid
Output. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the output. Yes, good synonym. That may or may not contain the little fishy fly through the contraction. Basically, it's like a contraction.
So it's like, what do you mean?
So it says, let me. I know Gina's, and when she pops in, she's gonna be chomping at the bits for this one.
I've been single for a minute, so
right.
I barely remember what it is. Relations, like I don't.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So I can't remember. I love your accents. So it says the fuel for the process leading to the orgasm is testosterone. We know that. A hormone produced in a steady supply by you missed last week when we were talking about food and somebody started talking about mountain oysters. They, the cow's joints. The testicles make 1 million sperm each day. That's a lot of work.
Every day?
Every day. And which mature.
No wonder they're always ready.
Right. You're full.
Every day.
Right. 1 million. Which mature and then are mixed with like the whitish fluid, the protein, right? Those fluids nourish and support the sperm so that they can live after they come on into the world.
Oh, okay.
Okay. After, for a limited amount of time, right?
Absolutely.
The mixture of the fluid and the sperm, that's what we call semen, is what moves through the urethra and out when the output. Okay. Now, there's a role of the testosterone and the sexual desire in the male orgasm. Yeah, I know this is heavy. It was heavy for me. I don't even know if she got my, I need her to come on here so she can break this down. So I'm just going to keep on talking till she log in.
I'm here.
Testosterone is the primary factor which drives the sexual desire. Okay?
That's what makes
that makes
the blood
the urge.
go there.
Yeah, that's the
time
to output. Okay? According to Dr. Michael Ingber, a physician in urology and female pelvic medicine, he also does reconstructive surgery in Jersey. He says that the sexual desire or libido is the key in kicking off the process. That's like the pregame that will lead to the male orgasm. If a man has no sex drive, for example, if he's clinically low on testosterone or suffers from depression, his body may not respond to sexual stimuli, and he may not be able to experience an orgasm.
No output because the blood and everything needs to.
You gotta
erect.
Absolutely. The
penis.
The
for
homie.
the output.
Right. The big homie. Arousal. These are the steps to output.
Okay.
Okay. Arousal is the first one. The man perceives something or someone that prompts sexual interest. The perception prompts the brain to send a signal down the spinal cord to the sex organs, causing boing, boing, boing.
Makes sense.
Okay. The penis becomes erect when blood fills
Yes.
the spongy tissue inside its shaft.
I know that much.
Okay, shaft is one of those places. That's a touchy place. It brought by arteries that have expanded to allow blood to race in at 50 times its normal speed. So they running.
Ooh, they ready.
They getting there, okay? The veins in the penis that normally drain blood out squeeze shut so the blood remains inside, producing
The
a
erection.
firm one.
Oh.
The scrotum pulls towards the body, and the muscles throughout the body increase in tension. That's the throbby. You got to make it make sense, right?
Right.
The plateau is next. So you have arousal, then you have plateau. The male body prepares for orgasm in this phase. It can last from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. Dang. What? I'm like, dang.
That's a goddamn lie.
Right. Real life.
2 minutes?
2 minutes, I would be like, whoa, what the heck is going on? Muscle tension increases even more, and involuntary body movements, particularly the homie, begin to take over.
Why is
The
it
man's
jumping?
heart rate increases to between 150 and 175 beats per minute. Some say even higher. A clear fluid may begin to flow. That's the pre.
That's the
Pre-output.
pre-output. That's just the out.
Right, exactly. This pre-output fluid is meant to change the pH balance of the urethra to improve the chances of the sperm living.
To get you pregnant.
That part. Then comes orgasm.
Whew, okay.
The orgasm itself occurs in 2 phases. Who knew?
2?
Who knew? I'm just like, oh, really? Okay.
All right, teach.
Right. Emission and output. E and EJ. Okay. In emission, the man reaches the ejaculatory inevitably, the point of no return. Okay. The semen is deposited near the top of the urethra.
Oh, so it's moving.
It's on the it's on the
Traveling,
move.
traveling.
Right. It's on the move. Getting ready for output. The output occurs in a series of rapid fire contractions of the penile muscles.
So that means
It's like
That's-
like a
that's-
gun.
that's-
It's like your shooter
that's the
in real life.
jump?
Yeah, that's the that's the freeze up. I'm sure every man that is watching or will watch this is going to thank us for this conversation, because I don't even think they
know your body.
Yeah, you got to know this rapid fire. Pew, pew, pew.
Contraction?
Contractions of these muscles around the base of the anus. Make my butt tight when I say the word. Involuntary pelvic thrusting may also occur.
Involuntary.
That's the shakes. That's the shakes. The nerves causing the muscle contractions send messages of pleasure to the brain. So we always talk about the big head and the little head. So now we
They're
know
talking.
they're having combos, right? They're sending messages. They're like baseball players with it, okay? The resolution and refraction is the next phase. After the output, the penis begins to lose its boing. Okay, about half of the erection is lost immediately.
Wow.
And then the rest fades soon after, like fade to black. Muscle tensions fade, and the man may feel relaxed or drowsy. Men usually must undergo a refractory period or recovery phase during which they cannot achieve another erection. Now, if he is at the health food store having your hembe, or got the little blue pills, the Cialis, or whatever that little, ain't that the Viagra or whatever that is, then
So
this,
there's never a pause then.
correct.
Oh.
This period is variable in men, the Dr. Ingber says. In an 18-year-old male, this is typically less than 15 minutes. Makes sense. Makes sense, right? That's right. In an elderly man, it can be up to 10 to 20 hours. Yeah, because I don't even want to picture an elderly.
Elderly is like what, 75?
It better be, because I'm too close to 60 for it to be anywhere in my range, right?
Yeah, maybe like 85.
The average refractory period is about a half hour. Okay? Men differ from women in that men usually are satiated after one orgasm. Women can experience more than one orgasm with no loss of sexual arousal and do not undergo a refractory period. Just hot. Just hot booty. Just hot. Shaky Jake in this one. Just hot. Your booty.
You go sit there and watch me.
Right. And you better not just lay there. So it says that some men have a problem reaching an orgasm. Isn't that something?
We have no
chill. We have no chill.
We don't need a timeout.
Yeah. Lazy son of a suckers. Yeah.
The river keeps flowing.
The river keeps flowing. I like that. So it says some men can have problems reaching orgasms. Most of those problems stem from psychological factors. For example, if they're affected by a traumatic event or restrictive upbringing, or if they have fallen into masturbation patterns, because you can become addicted to masturbation. And then it changes your ability to output when you're actually with a woman.
That's sad.
It is sad, but that's a real thing. And maybe we should have Gina talk about that next Monday.
Right, because I know there's a lot of pro masturbation for women.
Yeah.
Like, get to know yourself, know your body.
Yeah,
I don't. The opposite.
Well, we just said the river just keeps flowing. But I have heard that. Right. Like when Harry Met Sally, she has that orgasm at the table.
I'll have what she's having.
It was a great movie. So we're when we talk to Gina in May, we're gonna talk about that, because you can probably masturbate too much and then have trouble being with a real woman. That I know that for sure. It says that whatever the problem that causes it, there are also medications, neurological or cardiovascular disease, where nerves are cut, disengaging all of those feelings, the contractions, and all that process. It also says a short-term way to address the problem with orgasms involves stimulation of the penis with a hand, a vibrator, or a toy of some sort.
Makes sense.
That makes, yeah. It says, however, the article says, to make real meaningful changes, sex therapy is recommended. Now, I don't really know what happens in sex therapy. That would be an interesting conversation. Like, do you sit there and, like, physical therapy, you actually do an exercise. So in sex therapy, what does that entail? But it says if a man is consistently experiencing a problem with orgasm or output, they should contact their doctor.
Just real quick.
Real quick. Bing. Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And we'll revisit this conversation with Gina, because I think it bears.
You broke it down to where I cared.
Yeah.
And I understood.
Now I haven't broken that down. I'm trying to figure out what my face is going to look like when Mr. Milhouse and I, because I'm going to be trying to see the process at this point.
Yes, it's traveling down your spinal fluid. Do you feel the contraction? Now? No, okay.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a little different for me now, because I'm going to be like, that's the part he was talking about. Okay, great. Okay, now it's there. Okay. Now it's
paragraph 4 right here. You feeling it?
Are you in the arousal? He's basically going to be like, shut the chuck up, right? Shut the chuck up, child. I'm not even trying to pay. So it's interesting, though.
But once that process starts, I'm interested to know, can men just turn it off?
Hecky no.
Or does it just...
You
can't...
Scientifically, I can't say.
I don't know.
But I doubt it. I do.
Because as a woman, I could...
Yeah, we definitely...
Shut it down.
We definitely can't. But
When you got,
I don't think a
50
man
times
can.
and
We should
the
ask.
blood.
We should ask. Because I know a woman can, because we funny like that. Yeah, and it can be.
You heard that? Stop.
Gynecologist. Hold on. Yeah, we funny creatures. We'll be like, nope, done. Huh?
We can stop at any moment,
Right.
and we don't have to stop. We can keep going.
A little smell.
I promise you.
A little. It's we're weird. We're different. We some kind of different. Yeah. Let's see. I was Googling Octavia because I decided just on the cuff, I decided that today's history fact would be the first black gynecologist. Okay? And thank you for, dang, she lived a long time. Helen Octavia Dickens,
Woman.
born 1909, died 2001. There we go with the 19s and the 20s again. She was an American physician, medical and social activist, health equity advocate, researcher, health administrator, and health educator. She was the first African-American woman to be admitted into the American College of Surgeons in 1948 and specialized in obstetrics and gynecology. She was born in Dayton, Ohio on my brother's birthday, February 21st. To Charles Warren Dickens and Daisy Jane Dickens. What about those names, okay? She was the eldest of 3 children. Her father was a former slave and a water boy during the Civil War and was raised by a Union colonel from the age of 9. He took the name Dickens after meeting the British novelist. Interesting, right? Charles Dickens. I thought it was a familiar name. Didn't know that was the connection. He was self-educated, had a keen intellect, but prejudice confined him to janitorial work. After serving the country. Of course, he could only be a janitor. But he knew the value of education. He later attended Wilberforce University and Oberlin College, moved to Dayton, where he met the mama, and Miss Daisy Jane, and who was from Canada. She was a domestic servant, a.k.a. a slave, to the Reynolds family, who were paper manufacturers. And they encouraged her to attend desegregated schools to get a better education. She went on to complete her degree at Crane Junior College. Where? Right here in Chicago.
So impressive.
Yeah. Man. And after that, she went on to the University of Illinois, ILL. Graduated in 1932, got her doctoral degree from the University of Illinois College of Medicine, and another master's degree in medical science from the University of Pennsylvania.
Because why not?
Storied career. Somebody we should have been known. We should have been known her. Thank her.
Pioneers.
Completely.
When you think of science, and just
yeah,
black women have done.
And guess what?
And don't get the recognition.
That's quite the story. That ain't even half of it. But it says she interned at Providence Hospital right there on 51st Street. Ain't that something? That's actually kind of a dope story. I didn't even know I was going. I just learned it. I didn't even know that. Something about the doctors and sperm and girls being able to shut it off led me down that rabbit hole.
Just within that space,
yeah, she
had to.
Yeah. Imagine how difficult of time that was to be black, to be the first. She got some stories that would probably blow our mind. Imagine if a white woman went to see a gynecologist and it was a black lady, how probably she wouldn't want to be touched by, just imagine what she went through to do that career and be an advocate. I'm gonna save that little fact. That's worth posting somewhere because I don't even know. I wonder if that's something that black doctors learn when they're in school.
When I spoke to my doctor, Dr. Sonia.
Oh, she has your name?
Yeah, that's the first name.
Dope.
We spoke about that, and I told her I finally found a doctor I'm comfortable with.
That's important. Yeah. That's more important.
I feel like she believes me when I tell her things. As opposed to when I had white female doctor.
Yeah. they're dismissive a little bit. Not all of them, but they definitely don't understand the struggle of color. We have different issues. A lot. I mean, the packaging is the same, but it's not the same. It's just the outer package is the same. Yeah, that's another interesting conversation. It's nasty though. I'm gonna let Gina talk about that. The packaging, because I sometimes go in rabbit holes, and I look at the people that do the reconstructive surgery, and it's weird. Like,
which ones to tighten up?
The pee-pee lips, when they're flappy, and I didn't know that
to tighten
to
what is it,
make them
vaginal
smaller, like
tightening?
It's not the tightening. It's like I don't know. I guess when you have a baby, or maybe you're just born sometimes and they're bigger. I don't know, but I've seen pictures and I'm just like, I don't know that I would ever do that.
That's a little too close.
I don't. What if something goes wrong?
Right.
That's my thing. I'm like, what if something goes wrong? Something goes wrong, then we just up the creek, up Schitt's Creek. No output, and it probably would change or dull the sensation, I would think.
See, I don't know, because that's the outer. And
yeah.
And our stuff's more inner.
That's true.
But the clit is up
But
here.
the clit, yeah. So you close.
I don't want to think about it.
For real. Hey, guess who's going to be my woman crush Wednesday? Who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
Robin Patrice.
Stop.
In real life.
In studio?
You know what? I need to ask her. But she's got a deep story that I think is going to change some lives in a good way.
Just a little bit that she's shared.
Man. I've been courting her for about
I see you wearing her
about
shirt.
3 months. Like, yeah, you got a dope story. Why don't you share it? She like, I will not. She was like, nope, not ready for that, Auntie Dawn. I said, okay, well, I'm going to keep asking. I'm a little relentless like that. And then after Joyce Hurley was on last Wednesday, I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but she blessed all of us.
Yeah, the promo coming up.
And she called me after that and said that she had a conversation with her mother. Really? Her mother watched the show, and her mother told her, it's time to tell your story. So I am going to make sure that Joyce is watching, because Joyce was the catalyst for that. God used her that day.
Absolutely.
And I can guarantee you we're going to need tissue.
Oh, Lord.
In real life, we're going to need tissue. And
I never used to cry.
I didn't either.
Only Oprah.
Yeah.
But after I had my daughter, I used to cry all the time. Yeah,
it hits different when you're responsible for a little human, especially a girl. I mean, any.
You see that puppy?
Completely off subject before I get out of here. There is an ongoing fight in my house between me and Mr. Milhouse. I want a stroller for Winston, and he is absolutely not going for it.
They get heavy and hot.
Well, hey, he's little, but guess what? He don't like other dogs. He don't want to walk on the street.
The pooch carrier.
I have that. The sling, I have it. And let me tell you how when I put him in there, I need the backpack.
No, but he's so well behaved.
He is a good puppy.
I promise you.
He is. And the boss hates when I bring him in here.
He's so chill.
He is so, he's just smooth with it.
He's like,
Right. What are they talking about? Nobody cares. And all he wants you to do is rub his belly. If you walked in my house right now and you say, hey, Winston, he literally would lay on his back, stretch his arms and legs out, and just be like, take it.
Does he do
Take
this?
that, take that. Yeah, in real life. It gets so good to him, he'll wrap his leg around you and start licking your hand. I guess he feels like he should rub you back. But I'm going to get out of here. The bigs are next, right? Because it's the new schedule. This is the second week of the new schedule.
Yep.
So we got the bigs, 11 to 1, And then I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, say that. But here's two things. You know, me and that friend word. I'm gonna say something about that friend word. If they plug you when they see an opportunity for you, if they recommend you,
True.
if they support you, if they are proud of you, if they encourage you, that's what you call a friend. Okay?
100%.
If they ain't doing that,
That's an associate.
that's somebody you met or you ran across. Oh, R.I.P. to Black Rob. One of my favorite songs, like, whoa.
Oh, he died so suddenly.
One sudden, he's been fighting for a long time.
Like, I barely knew he needed help.
Yeah. I only knew that because that's
to me-
actually one of Lisa E's real, like, the friend I just described. She's known him for years. And so she
Lisa.
told me many years ago that
Really?
he was on dialysis. I can't even remember why, but this wasn't an overnight thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he just kept his business,
Right.
business. Yeah.
I saw the video of the hospital and
Yeah.
then him getting out and saying, I need help. And then
Yeah. And then, yeah. Correct. Like, whoa. Because if that, you know, one of them songs, that the beginning of that song, like, it's dope. I'm going to listen to that on my way home. The other thing I want to tell you is God is greater than your fears. So don't be scared. Don't never be scared. Thank you for spending time with me. Remember to lead with love. Use your voice to be a positive impact. Have a wonderful day. Tune in tomorrow for the next page in the Book of Dawn. And as always, peace and roll, Tyrone.
Yeah.